Okay, you should be able to hear us now. But you probably didn't know we were talking before because I had the microphone on mute. Walter distracted me, squirrel. Yeah, that's what the problem was. So, okay, well, welcome everybody. I'm just checking some stuff.
Okay, you should be able to hear us now.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, we've got everything under control. I hope as much control as we possibly can. Why this magic mouse cursor? I can don't say it.
Or you have it right side up?
Yes. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so everybody's coming in. Welcome everybody. Let's see who we've got. Of course, we've got right at the top of the screen, we do have Russ. Long time no see, Russ is. That's because Russ had a shenanigans day today. And there was a bunch of us all on there having a good time catching up on our sewing. As you know, if you're making anything for Christmas or that kind of thing, well, you may be feeling pressure here to get it done. Suzanne is here. Gloria is here. Melissa's here. Judy is here. Nina is here. Robin, Patsy, Charlotte, Jen, Karen, Designing Jay, Grant, and I'm sure a few others will be joining us. Dubrovka is here, and Ingrid is here. Happy belated birthday, Ingrid.
Yeah, happy birthday. I didn't say that to her today. I realized that.
It was Ingrid's birthday yesterday. And and she won't say how old she is. And so I've threatened at the retreat to bring down my axe, cut off her leg, and count the rings. So we'll know. Mary is here.
That Stephanie too, right?
Oh yeah, Stephanie was cut off both her legs. Ooh, good eating that night. We're gonna have legs. Mary H is here. Hi, Mary. Sue is here. Oh, Sue, pulled yourself away from the game, did you? The Chiefs or Chefs or Indians, whatever's playing, I don't know. I mean, I don't care. But, you know, that too. Faith is here. Hi, Faith. So people are coming in dribs and drabs, so that is fine. So let's get on to, well, I mentioned Russ's shenanigans sewing.
I forgot to bring my bag down.
Well, go get your bag. You have to go show your bag. I'll keep them amused while you go. Run like the wind. Run, Walter. Let that wind blow through your hair. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, so, yeah, what I was saying. So I was working on some stuff. Kim is here. Hi, Kim. And Sue says her football team is winning. So I'm just going to switch over here so you can see what I was working on today during Russ's shenanigans. And this is it. I'm doing an in the hoop. I'm making another table runner, topper, whatever you want to call it, because this one's square and it fits very nicely on my round glass coffee table that I've told you before about. And I've already made two for it, one for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas. The Christmas one's on it right now. And I know it's going to look naked when I put the regular stuff back on. So when Christmas is over with and I'm switching things out, I can put this when it's done up there for it. Do you like the colors?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Of course it does. Very good. High praise.
So all done on your embroidery machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more to it than this. It's not done, of course, but it's of the same style as those other ones.
So is it like a quilt or is it a...
No, it's a table topper.
Oh, okay.
It's for the round coffee table.
Hello. I don't know. I didn't hear what you were yapping about.
Well, apparently not. Just in another world all by your little lonesome, aren't you? So anyways, it should be fun. It's actually called the Patriotic Table Runner, and it's supposed to be done in red, white, and blue, and there are stars that go on it because it's an American thing, right? And originally I thought I'd make it more Canadian I'd use my red and white and my maple leaf fabrics and stuff like that. But then I thought, that's going to look too Canada Day-ish, and I want it to be on the table for, you know, for a little longer until I make one maybe for the fall or something. So I decided, and you know, I love blue, so I decided to do it in blues. And Walter's been busy too. Walter, show the people what you were working on today.
Oh, that was today, yeah.
That was today.
Yeah, I made a bag. It's actually a wine. It's supposed to be a wine bag that holds two wine bottles. I got stuff on here.
What? You got stuff on your bag already?
Yeah. Anyway,
Dirty
so
bag.
Where's that come from?
I don't know.
Oh, here I got lint on it.
Oh yeah, then throw it on my floor. Yeah, right.
Okay,
Do that.
so
Yeah.
it's got, that's one side. That's the other side.
Screw it.
And I made it, it got cork fabric for the inside. Corks, they're corks, right? And I've made a Velcro divider to go in the center, in the inside, so that it'll separate here.
Okay, what are you having difficulties?
Yeah, I'm having to.
The camera's
yeah,
there.
There we go.
There, it's got this divider thing on Velcro.
Velcro, so that
So
you can
don't
put two bottles in there and they won't clunk together.
How clever. Somebody asked earlier today when you were showing that on Shenanigans there, whether that was your design or where the design came from.
Yeah, I just made it. It's a bag.
It's a bag. Made it
It's
up.
your standard bag with box corners. And then
Okay, why are you showing it over there? The camera's here.
Standard bag with box corners. But then I put the handles inside the bag so that it wouldn't be on the outside so much, but you still see stitching on here.
You are so camera
challenged, right?
Challenge, yeah,
okay,
that's the
so,
word. Like,
yeah. So anyway, that's it. I just sort of took a existing wine bag and measured it and sort of made it my own size.
Kay says, did the sun just dim a little for everyone else? Hello, everyone from sunny Halifax. I don't know what Kay means by that, but I have a feeling there's a joke in there somewhere. Faith says, I'm here not watching the Steelers football game. And Cheryl is here from Kansas City. Go Chiefs. Oh, it's now Carol. Kay says, it's back. I think she's talking about you when you went and got the bag because Kay is part of your fan club, you know. Don't you know? Your little groupies, your fan.
Yeah,
girls.
and we are both wearing one of my shirts.
Yes, these are long sleeve shirts. Walter can make long sleeve. Now you made this last year, or
Might
longer?
Have been 2 years ago.
Maybe I think I've.
This
only
is
ever done it
actually the
once.
very first shirt I've ever made. The one I'm wearing.
What?
This is the very first shirt.
Well, that's the very first one you made.
Yeah.
You didn't make a short sleeve first.
No, I made a long sleeve first.
Oh, sucker for punishment. But anyways, yeah. So, and now that we're getting skinnier, they fit much better.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't fitting so good last year. So.
Well, that's mine.
Now it's fitting.
Well, you
again.
made them slim fit, and we're classic.
Yeah, well, no, actually, the pattern is kind of slim fit. So.
Oh. Well, by the way, we're probably going to end a little bit earlier today because we got something on tonight. That's why we're dressed this way as well, that we're going to. So, let's see. So back it up here. Let's see. Everybody likes stuff that we've shown so far. Sue likes the colors on my table topper. Thank you. And so does Kim. Ingrid says, thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm 29, remember? Yep, 29 for how many times now?
Yeah.
In fact, Ingrid, I learned something from Stephanie's live when you were on it last night that I did not realize. I don't know why. I didn't realize you had a daughter. So there's news there. Mona's back. Charlotte says, love the bag, Walter. Mary does too. Stephanie. Here's Stephanie. Yay, Stephanie's here. Want it left. Kay says, want it left the room. Okay, Kay, are you having a stroke, dear? Because I don't know what you're writing.
Walter left the room? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I fill in the blank. I guess it's that kind of thing. Welcome to Fill in the Blank. Game show for everybody. Kim wants to know, what is the black fabric?
Well, I'm not sure. You might know offhand. It's one of the blender fabrics from Northcott.
Oh, is it Toscana?
Yeah, it is
Toscana. It's Toscana, yeah. Robin likes your bag. You've got a beautiful bag.
I have a nice bag.
You have a nice bag. Good to know. Walter. Okay, yeah, I think we're filling in the stuff. Walter wanted left.
Yeah, I left the room to get my bag.
Yeah, okay. Jeannie's here. Hi, Jeannie. Lydia's here. Hi, Lydia. Autocorrect gets me every time. Yeah, I know. Mary says, happy birthday, Stephanie. Yes, happy birthday, Stephanie. So, those of you, I'm sure you're all familiar with Stephanie. Of course you are if you're here. But it is Stephanie's birthday. Now, it was Ingrid's yesterday, but it is Stephanie's birthday today. And again, Stephanie isn't telling us her age. We know what it is, but we're still just going to cut off her leg down at the thing just for fun. Yeah, to see if it grows back. But I have something special for Stephanie right now I want to share with everybody. Made Stephanie a little special video. Here we go.
Hey there! This is all about you celebrating your birthday. Our nails are shining, our colors are hot. I'm in this chair looking like an astronaut. And it's time to give props to you. So listen up now, make it understood. We're celebrating you cause you're crazy good. Your name is Stephanie. And it's our mission to party like a boss and give you recognition. Cause you deserve it, y'all. Snap, take a selfie. Let's have a blast. The crew is getting jiggy while we're getting grass. Cause today the whole world is a shrine to you. You're incredible, impeccable, and hella cool too. From Timbuktu to Ohio. What you say? To Ohio. And it's time to CELEBRATE. And I think we all agree that it's time to get ready. Get a mani and a pedi. Gotta make your blonde hair look pretty. It's gorgeous. And the beat goes thump, make you wanna jump, fist pump, get crunk. You're crazy good. You're crazy good. You're crazy good. You're crazy good.
So, happy birthday, Stephanie. And I'm just saying that I think your birthday has been going on for too long. Feels like it's been the whole month, but I guess that's these days. Everybody has a month. It's their birthday month. But anyways, yep. Happy birthday, Stephanie. You're only as old as you feel, and we've never felt you, so we're not sure how old that really is. But I'm here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress. Try the veal. Okay, so let's see. I think a few more people came in. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Janice is here. Anybody else? Walter, Lydia says, you need to make us some of those matching gold tops for retreat.
Mm.
Gold
Like
top.
on the video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be an idea. You're welcome, Stephanie. Charlotte's just weeping. Thimble Hook and Shutters here. Good afternoon. That's shoot. I know who Thimble Hook and Shuttle is.
Obviously not.
Inez. No, not Inez.
I don't know.
I know. It's right. I can see it, and I can't say it.
Okay, well, never mind.
But whatever.
It'll come to you.
Fine. Who died and left you bossing me? Great. Glenn is here. Okay, I think I got everybody that came in while that was playing. But anyways, so yep. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all you people who have birthdays in December. We did that on the pop-up so day too. Good God, December. What is this? Let's milk it, December babies, just because Christmas is there too. I don't know. But anyways. Oh, okay. So about Stephanie again. Sewing with Stephanie and Steven, as usual, on Wednesday starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. However, we will be ending early on Wednesday. We're going to be finishing at 2 p.m. Eastern time instead of usual 4, because both Walter and I have hair appointments. Well,
I don't know why.
yeah, I don't know either for you, but anyways, and nothing comes between me and a hair appointment. And my hairdresser, she seems to always like to book me on a Wednesday. And
That's because she books me on a Wednesday.
And then I forget to tell her and go, no, I can't do Wednesdays, kind of a deal. But anyways, we have that on Wednesday. We can't get out of it because she is booked solid. So this time of the year, busy. Everybody's getting on their Christmas due, right? And Stephanie's got stuff on too. So we will be ending at 2 p.m., as I've already said, Eastern time on Wednesday. Now, having said that, the next Sewing with Stephanie and Stephen will not be until January. Because as you know, Stephanie and I, and a few other ones that are on here as well, will be down in Georgia for Stephanie's retreat. And we leave, Walter and I, on Christmas Day, because we're driving down there. It takes us 2 days to get down there. We've got 2 nights in hotel rooms. And so by the time we get back, and Stephanie has another engagement right after that retreat. She's going off to, I think, Stitch in Heaven in Texas for a thingy there. Busy, busy people. So our next sewing with Stephanie and Stephen after this coming Wednesday will be probably January the 8th. Okay, so that would be the next Wednesday when we'll be able to do that. So you have a little bit of a reprieve from us for those of you that come on a regular basis. And always remember, anybody's welcome to come. You don't need a special invitation. And we always have the links in the show notes below for my stuff. And Stephanie has it in her About page on her channel as well. What's going on? Anybody saying anything? Izar. Yeah, I knew it. It was on the tip of my tongue. I should have known. It always throws me off when people use other aliases. Trying to remember everybody's name sometimes isn't easy, especially, you get to an age where you don't remember what happened 10 minutes ago. What did happen 10 minutes ago? I don't know. She says Iser says it's cold in Las Vegas. Oh, that's unusual, I guess, or is it? I don't know. Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. So, we've done that. The social review. All right. Social review is coming up, special Christmas edition. For those of you that may not know, we used to do this, Stephanie, Russ of Quilt Meets World, and Walter and I. And we used to have Shannon with us as well from Slay Arts, but Shannon's got a new job. She's really tied up and busy these days with things. So we will be doing a special Christmas edition this coming Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So this Thursday, which is December the 19th. And we're doing something a little different. Usually we talk about quilting things and sewing things that are related to that. And in a sense, we'll still will be. But we've each picked 3 YouTube channels that we like a lot, that we watch on a regular basis. Now, not all of these channels necessarily have anything to do with quilting or sewing. Some might, some may not. Because, we have broader interests as well. We're just not one-trick ponies out there either. So join us if you can. It will be YouTube Live, and so chat will be there. And you can join in on the conversation as well. And we hope you will, because without you, we're all going to be staring at each other and going, what are we going to talk about now? Well, I know, I think we're going to have lots to talk about. And even more so, there are prizes courtesy of Stephanie. She has gotten some things from another creator, and Stephanie has already mentioned all of that on her live last night. And she'll probably mention again, I'm sure, in her coming videos this coming week as well. So there is an opportunity to win some fabulous prizes as well. But you got to be there to win, and you've got to be a subscriber to Stephanie's channel, because we are doing it through Stephanie's channel. I have a link for it in the show notes below. There'll be a link for it in all the show notes next week, up till Thursday, for mine, and Stephanie has it as well. But it's already, the thumbnail's already up on Stephanie's channel, so no problem for getting in. Easy enough to do. So it should be a lot of fun with that. So that's this coming Thursday, December 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so the other things we've been doing this week. Today, the 3rd installment of the Missouri Star Quilt Unboxing, the Jenny Doan's Countdown to Christmas box, which Stephanie and I have been doing. So the 3rd installment's up. So we've now gotten right up to day 15 on that. And we're getting lots of comments that people seem to be enjoying our format for doing this. We're also getting some comments where people are being very, very helpful to tell us what certain items are for that we may have questioned when we did the recordings. We need to tell you something, just at the risk of having more and more people keep telling us the same stuff over and over. We pre-recorded the opening of the box, when we were recording it, we did not get really a good chance to really thoroughly examine each thing that came out of the box. For example, one of the things we're getting a lot of comments about are the day 2 embellishments in the little tin iron-shaped box. People have been telling us those are meant to go with the first gift, which is the card kit. And it tells you that in the instructions, but at the time of the unboxing, we did not have time to read the instructions thoroughly. We figured it out after the fact. It was just we'd already recorded it. So thank you for letting us know, but we did figure it out, as we have figured out all the other stuff too. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's okay. We've got it now. All right. Time has passed since we did the video. All right. That's the magic of YouTube, right? They were pre-recorded. So we have since become much more knowledgeable about the items that were in the box. Okay? So you don't need to waste your time telling us. But I know there's going to be people out there that will anyways. And we will ignore them. Okay. So, moving along. I don't know if you care anymore, because I'm just about at the point where I don't care. Hope Air, or as I like to fondly refer to it, Hopeless Air. Do I know who won my quilt? I do not. Why, you may ask? Because Hope Air hasn't told me. I have had no contact with Hope Air.
Yeah, and wasn't the draw
was last Friday? Well, no, was a week this Friday past, December 6th.
Yeah.
I have no idea, and I can't go to their website and find out because they didn't put it on their website. I don't know what's going on with this charity, but I am very disillusioned with them. And I think I told you this last week too, as well. And at the risk of being a broken record here, I don't think I'm big enough for them. They don't care. But you know, people did buy tickets. Some of you bought tickets. Thank you very much for the support. But I don't know what's going on. And as soon as I find out, when I know, I'll let everybody else know. But I'm not dealing with them again. No way. But funny thing, Walter did some research. Get your little piece of paper.
Yeah, actually, this is not related.
But before you talk about it, though, this is why I'm disillusioned. I have come to the conclusion that most of those charities out there that are looking for stuff, the big charities, they take the money and they run. They are not really channeling that money where it should go in the way we would think the money should be used. And Walter has a good example of this.
Yeah, like we had a long time ago found some charities use a large percentage of what they make for fundraising they actually use it for administration type of thing for a lot of charities, right? So I was reading an article today in one of the big newspapers in Toronto, and it said that the Canadian Cancer Society does fundraising, right?
All the time.
All the time. And they said, according to the Canadian Cancer Society, they of the $16 million it raised last year, right? 92% of it went to charitable activities, which everybody would say, well, yeah, that's pretty good. You know, only 8% went to administration. But apparently they have to go through a big audit process as to where their funds go and everything. And after the audit process was done, only $1.4 million of the $16 million went to charities, and $13.9 million went to fundraising activities.
Which would mean things like advertising for that, whatever they give out to, you know, like our school used to do when I was a teacher, 24-hour or something sort of a relay thing. And but you had to have a team of 10, and each person on the team, each team had to raise $1,000 to enter into it. And they gave out little, I don't know, some little trinkets or something as well.
So they're including in that 92% of charitable activities fundraising.
Yeah. So that's a big fundraiser here, Cancer Society. So, they put ads on TV all the time, at least here in Canada, saying, for research for cancer and all this stuff like that, which is a good thing. But you think that the money you are giving them, that most of that money is going to charities to help. It's not. It's going to administration, basically, with it. And we've talked about this before with other charities. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is this is the time of year, I heard it on the news, when most charities, like retail business stores, make the most money. Well, why? Because they're playing on our heartstrings, on our emotions. And at this time of the year, we are emotional. We all get those warm, fuzzy feelings about gift giving and everything like that. 'Tis the season to be, kind to other people, good peace and goodwill to all mankind, womankind, it kind, all that kind of stuff, right? And everything. But when you hear something like that, statistic, it makes you think twice, or it should make you think twice. Now, that's not to say that maybe smaller charities, maybe they are able to give more. They don't have as much overhead. But the point is, our money's not going where we think it should be going, or what we think we're giving money for. So this just makes me even more tainted in terms of donating to charities.
Yeah, I know. Like, there were other big charities in Canada that basically, I've read before that 60% of their fundraising activities go to supporting fundraising, and only 40% ends up going to the charity itself.
Yeah.
So you're so for every dollar you give, only 40 cents of that ends up going to the charity. So
yeah. So,
and in this case, it looks like of every dollar you get, only 10% or less gets to the charity.
And the other point here about that particular thing is they make it sound like, what was the statistic? They said 92 point what?
But it said that of the $16 million raised, 92% went to charitable activities, right? But so they're basically saying 8% goes to administration. But in the breakdown, it's 1.4 million went to the charity, right? And 13.9 million went to fundraising activities.
Yeah. So
then there's still another 8%, 0.8% or whatever, or an 8% that goes to administration.
Yeah. So, but that did not come to the surface until they were publicly audited.
Yeah.
And that audit is not something that's readily available to the average person. You have to hunt for it. You have to be wanting to look for it. So, in a sense, that's fraud. It's misinformation that they are putting out there to get you to donate to them.
It's become a big business for people to donate.
In fact, most charities on that level are that. It's a big business as well. We have a cancer hospital in Toronto that runs a fundraiser, sells tickets all the time. I'm not sure what a ticket costs now. It used to be $100, but
I don't know how much it is.
Princess Margaret Hospital, right? It is a leading hospital in Canada for treatment of cancer patients and everything. But when you buy one of their lottery tickets, they're offering 2 million plus properties that you can win, luxury cars, all kinds of stuff. Well, that stuff they're paying for that out of the money that's coming in from the tickets. So it makes you wonder how much of that money is actually going to the care of cancer patients at Princess Margaret Hospital. And they run this year round. There isn't a time when it's not run. And they have advertisements on TV, big flashy advertisements on TV for it as well. So, yeah, I'm very tainted with charities right now. I mean, even down to the Salvation Army now has a hired person watching the ball, because it's not a ball anymore. It is a card reader, and you push a button for the amount, and they have suggested amounts like 5, 10, 20 on this. And the only reason that guy is standing there is to make sure you don't rip off the machine or whatever for it. it used to be there they were standing out there wearing their garb and ringing their bell. Yeah. But I have other issues with the Salvation Army besides that. But anyways, just as an example of all of this. And that's got to cost money.
Well, I think it really warrants people to have to research into what they're giving, where their money's going.
Yeah, really. Just don't blindly give to a charity because...
Thinking it's a good cause.
Yeah, thinking it's a good cause because it may not be. You know, I guess the only way you could tell is if you yourself were directly connected with the charity because of something that has happened in your family and you got a benefit.
You'd be better off giving your donation to a street person because at least you know where it's going.
Yeah, help them out to buy some booze. Yeah, whatever. Drugs. Kind of thing. Give them some shelter. That's where the money should be going to that. They're not getting it either. So anyways, yeah, all of this is generated from my disillusionment with Hope Air. So I don't know what's happening. I still have the quilt. Yeah. I just feel really bad if anybody here or any of my subscribers...
Yeah, it seems like they didn't really advertise the raffle.
Well, they didn't.
And
they didn't advertise
they
it, period.
They sort of expected Steve, I guess, to advertise it on his channel.
I did.
Which he did. But really... it's a quilting channel and that's a quilt.
Yeah, but I explained that to them.
Yeah,
I told them that. I said, yeah, they sent me a link for this web page, as you know, because I had it in the show notes. I don't have it there now. I removed it because the draw's over. So and that was it. I asked them some questions about the whole thing. They did not explain to me how they...
In fact, they even made this thing about somebody was going to come and film you doing quilting or
Glenn
something.
and Friends Cooking. They
were gonna promote it on other channels and stuff like that.
Or nothing happened. So I sit, I wait, and we'll see what happens from there. So as I said before, if you bought a ticket because you wanted to support me, very nice of you to do so. I'm very sorry that this turned out this way because this was not what I thought this was going to be. I just want to give a quilt to some people to keep them warm on the flight from the frozen north to a hospital. And so they'd have it in the hospital as well if they were going through chemo or whatever like that. Some comfort. Physical warmth. That's all I wanted. And that's what I told them. They're the ones that wanted to do, originally they wanted to do an auction. I don't know how that worked out. Then they decided it would be better as a raffle. And I told them, well, and I said, yeah, I'll put it up on my website or on my YouTube channel. But my clientele, my subscribers, many of them are already quilters. Quilters don't want to buy a ticket on a quilt. Think about it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very disillusioned. I'm angry too about it because I really feel that
you were taken for a ride.
I was taken for a ride. I do. I genuinely think, and the people who bought tickets for this were taken for one as well. Hi Pace and hi Greenland Katie, and Dana. Did I miss anybody? And Glenna. Did I say hello to Glenna? If not, I did now. Grant says, yeah, if they sell enough tickets, I used to think someone donated the house. Then I read the fine print. So if they don't sell enough tickets, what's the grand prize then? Oh, that you're talking about the hospital one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually.
So
I think they usually sell out or get pretty close.
Well, they like to tell you almost sold out.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now for the early bird draw. I mean, that's constant, that advertisement all the time.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. Melissa says your support to veterans with your quilt sounds like a better path, etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing from now on.
That's the only one
that's the only one.
That gives you some gratification anyway.
Yeah. And you know that it is going.
Yeah.
You know. And there's really no money involved in that. Well, yeah, there is in the cost of what it cost me to make the quilt. But I mean, that's, you know, this money isn't going, it isn't like I donated cash and that money was going to administration. It's run by volunteers. They're not being paid for it. So yeah, that's a genuine charity in my way of looking at things. You know, that's people helping people. not corporations ripping off people under the disguise of charity. But anyways, let's move on. What have I got here? Oh, I just discovered today on YouTube. Now, if you're not a content creator, you wouldn't see this. But as content creators, when you write a comment on one of my videos, and if I go in, when I go in and I read it, YouTube in the reply section where I can write a comment back to you, it helps you out. The AI helps you out with a suggested comment, gives you a couple. Now, this has been going on for a while, and usually they were just simple little phrases like, thank you for that, or, you know, that kind of thing. Now they're getting a little insulting. Someone wrote a comment about our Stephanie's and my unboxing, and they said they were enjoying it, and they said it's something to the effect that it's better than watching all these cheese tasting channels or something like this. They were being funny. Well, the AI came in and went, oh, something, you're probably right, but that's Stephanie's department, something like that. So we'll let her deal with it. That's the AI wrote that comment. And I went, huh? And there were other similar ones on some of the other things. So yeah, AI is taking over. It's kind of scary. And some of the comments that it's coming up, I mean, it's playing on keywords and whatever the original comment was and creating a sentence out of those. However that works. But some of them are kind of, well, can AI be sarcastic? Apparently. So scary, just very scary. So anyways, I thought that was interesting that I discovered that today. Other content creators may know about that already. I'm new to the program, I guess. So we're getting ready for the retreat. I hope we can get everything in the car. It's a big load we're taking down there. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at some of the stuff that Steve's got piled up.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how I can get things nicely squished in there without really squishing it, because I have some things that should not be squished.
I better not stop too fast on the way down.
No, because it'll be all stuck to the front windshield, and will be. All the people will see is our faces pressed up against it with a sewing machine up or in our head, back of our head. So yeah, we're getting things ready though, getting kind of excited about it, because for us, that's our Christmas. Now, that's our Christmas tradition. Second year in a row, we leave on Christmas Day. We drive down to Ohio. We're spending the night in a hotel in Ohio off the highway. And then we make our way to Lexington, and we spend the night off the highway in another hotel there. And then the next day after that, we get to Dahlonega to the retreat. So, yeah, I'm hoping the weather is cooperative, especially the worst part's the first part of the journey. Once we get...
Yeah, I know if it's bad here, then it's iffy for a little bit probably till we get to Lexington. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll wait.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that Lexington can have bad weather too. So.
Yeah. Well, last year we lucked out. It was cold up here, but no real
was clear.
Snow. It was clear, yeah.
Yeah, I even went out and got snow tires for my car, so.
Yeah, so we're ready for whatever, but we're going a little further. Last year we drove to Windsor and spent the night in Windsor and then down to Lexington. But we were thinking it was going to take us longer to get to Windsor.
Yeah, we were thinking it was going to take us 4 hours to get to Windsor. It only took us 3 hours to get to Windsor. So we sort of were there kind of early.
And I mean, it was Christmas Day, and so we're in Windsor, and it's Christmas Day. So what did we do? We brought food, didn't we? Yeah. We will this time too. But we decided this time that
we'll go a little further.
Yeah, a little further. It's only about another couple hours?
No, 3 hours? It's about another hour and a half or something.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's nothing. But we don't want to do the whole drive right to Lexington, because that's
like a 9-hour drive.
Yeah, and we did that coming home last year, and
I was getting pretty tired.
I kept going, wake up, You're
I was
driving.
tired
Okay.
when I got to the border last time from Lexington to the border, which is Windsor.
Oh,
And then I sort of perked up and I said, well, I'm feeling okay. Let's go further. And we went further, but by the time I got to, what was it, Guelph area or
Yeah.
wherever, I was beginning to go, oh.
No, sleep. Go sleep. Don't go to sleep. Yeah.
Well,
But-
so we'll see. We don't have a hotel. We don't have a second hotel booked on the way back. So we'll see how we are when we get back. So, but I don't really want to do the whole drive from Lexington back.
No. So we'll see. We probably won't have hard time getting a hotel anyways
No.
at that point. So with it. But yeah, someone's going to say, well, Steve, why don't you take over driving? I don't know how to drive his car.
She doesn't.
I have never driven his
and
car.
you don't like driving.
And I don't like driving. Period. I'm a nervous driver, especially if it's someplace haven't driven.
Oh, Lydia, there's if it's the same as last year, there's a Keurig there. So
Yeah.
bring coffee pods.
Yeah, you can bring coffee pods. Just back up here because some people have been saying some other things. Katie says the money we raised here in Greenland was for the hospital. All the funds raised went to the cancer ward. And Robin says, what?
Maybe it's a smaller organization in
Yeah.
Greenland, because here it's a great, big, huge corporation.
It's a corporation
that does fundraising, and basically because it's a big corporation, there's much more bureaucracy.
Yeah. And Robin says she agrees with Melissa because both her husband and son are veterans. Yep. Yeah, I'd rather give it to them. And I am. Thimble says, I participated in a fundraiser for a children's hospital, donated an Afghan, low cost, less labor. They had a way to have my Facebook people donate as I post the blanket. The winner was a friend. Yeah, you see, the Hope Air hasn't done anything like that. That many days without coffee, she says. Yeah, that, like Walter says, yeah, there's a Keurig, or there was last year.
I've confirmed with Stephanie, but
Yeah.
I think there was a Keurig last year there, at least one anyway.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there's a coffee maker of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Lydia. I need some coffee too. First thing in the morning, for sure. I need coffee. Okay, so yeah, we're getting ready for the treat. Lots of things to pack up. I have lists about lists. I always do. And we have to remember to take our passports. That's on the list, of course, because you know the old days of when we used to be able to cross the American border from Canada without a passport. Well, those have been long gone.
And I have to worry and have to see what the guy, border security will do. Say we're going to a quilting retreat.
Well, last year there was no big deal.
No.
The guy wants you to roll down the window, and he said, look in the back. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And he says, asked where, and we said, quilting retreat. Of course, I coach Walter as to what he should say because he gets all tongue-tied all the time. When it comes on, he goes, yeah, we're going, yeah. Going to a quilting retreat. Yes, we are quilters. The guy didn't say a word. I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah,
who would make that up?
Yeah.
Two guys, who'd make that up?
Going to a quilting retreat. Yeah, man. Whoa. I'm doing a little needlepoint right now, yeah.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, it wasn't any problem. Wasn't any problem coming back either. But I'm not buying as much as I bought last year at the fabric store because everything, we have to add 40% this time. It was less last year, not a lot less, but it was only like about 30%, 31%, something like that. But this year,
Unless it's something really unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be more selective with it. But anyways, it'll be fun. We're looking forward to it. It'll be scream and a half. Okay. Oh, did I miss anything anybody saying here? La, la, la. Nope. Okay. So, tomorrow, we have been invited for a Christmas drink at the neighbors. This is becoming sort of a tradition. When we go, they come to our place. One year we go to their place. then they said no gifts. And we told them that no gifts because, you know, if you remember, I have mentioned before, it was getting a little crazy. And I mean, I don't mind. I was giving them a quilt, table runners, Walter made bags, and things like that over the past few years. It's just because we make things, we want to give them to people. I mean, if you make stuff and it sits in a corner, you know, what's the point with it? But then they kind of felt obligated to return the favor. They didn't have to. We didn't expect them to. And they gave us a really nice, 2 years ago, we got a really nice.
Yeah, we got these wine glasses and stuff like that. And that's
nice
not really why
board.
we were giving stuff.
No.
We like giving stuff because it's stuff we make, and once you make it, it's done.
Yeah. And, you know, they've got grown-up children that they have grandchildren and things like that, and they're retired people. They're on a pension and everything. You know, I don't want to put have them feel that they have a financial burden or not. So we've made it very clear, nothing, no gifts. But having said that, I feel really like going over there for a drink. So we're taking over a bottle of wine anyways, you know, because I feel you can't go to somebody's place if they invite you over for like cocktails, nibblies or something, and not take something, kind of a deal. So we'll just say to them, I'll just say, this isn't a gift. We brought our own wine because we're not sure what kind of slop you're serving. Yeah. And we don't want to be sick. No, I wouldn't say that. But, you know, also, it's going to be kind of a sad time a little bit because their little dog just passed away, Mia. You may have heard us talk about Mia, the yappy dog. And of course, they're still, you know, it was a couple of weeks ago, but you know what it's like if you own a pet and when the pet passes, when the pet pisses, that's not what I meant. When the pet passes, we know what that's like. We still miss our baby, and it's been 10 years, you know, since Cleo departed. And so I know exactly how they feel, and I'm sure other people can identify with that too. I mean, they're members of the family. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, I was more upset when we lost Kitty than I was when my father passed away. So, you know, that tells you something. Not sure.
Well, that's often the case.
Yeah.
Because you have to take care of those pets and stuff all the time. And
well, yeah, they're your baby. They're your fur baby, as people say. So, yeah. But anyways, we don't want to dwell on their dog when we're over there because I'm sure they're, you know, tearful about it still. So anyways, that'll be interesting to go over there, talk to them. It's not like we don't talk to them now. Walter talks to them more than I do because
I'm usually outside.
he's outside, and usually Rick gets kicked out to reduce stuff too.
Rick does a lot of stuff outside, so I end up talking to him.
You know, two old men out there chewing the fat, whatever. While us ladies are inside cleaning the kitchen. Yeah, whatever. Stereotypes. Okay, so you saw in the title, Hotel California business. How do I put it? Online businesses like Hotel California. You know, you can check in, but you can never check out, kind of a deal. Well, we want to talk about, because this is the time of year when I'm sure your email box is full of lots of advertisements and lots of companies wanting your dollars, of course, right? 'Tis the season. However, I am getting very sick and tired, not just this time of the year, but all times of the year. You know, if you go to a online business and you fill out the little, because you can't miss it, because always on the front page, it pops up in your face, subscribe to our newsletter. Get notified of when we're having a sale. Well, yeah, you get a notification every other day. Or in some cases, like Missouri Star Quilt, you get 8 of them a day. Through the day, through the night. Doesn't matter. First thing I see in my email when I get up in the morning, turn it on, is advertisements from Missouri Star Quilt. The last thing I see at night when I turn down the computer is another email from Missouri Star Quilt. It's ridiculous. But you get that from other places too. You're just inundated with this stuff. So then you go in and you try to unsubscribe from the mailing list. Good luck. You know, here in Canada, and it's probably the same in the United States, there was a law passed. At one point in time, you never had the unsubscribe button. You know how it's down the little fine print down at the bottom. If you want to stop getting these emails, hit this button here to the link. And you go to this website and it comes up and it says, why do you want to unsubscribe? And it gives you a choice of too many emails, not appropriate, I didn't sign up for these or whatever. And then you click unsubscribe and it comes out and goes, okay, well, if you ever want to subscribe again, you can just go here and reactivate this. Yet a month later, I'm still getting the emails. It's like it never goes through on some of these sites. And I'm finding this happening more and more often. And I understand there could be a time delay, but a couple of weeks or a month? Not really. Well, Missouri Star Quilt's like that as well. And
there's some other ones that I've done where I've done an unsubscribe and it's like they don't acknowledge it.
With it all. So that's bogus with all of it. I mean, you can go into your email client and you can block them. But here's the problem with using Missouri Star Quilt right now as an example, because we're going to talk more about Missouri Star Quilt, some things that we have learned or found out about them. I do not hate Missouri Star Quilt, obviously. I'm doing an unboxing. But I'm just saying that their business practices in the last 6 months or to a year have changed, I have noticed. And I don't think they necessarily are for the better. But you get too many emails. So I went in and tried to find, can I reduce the number? Well, all I could find was not an unsubscribe, but it just came up and said to subscribe to it. Well, I already am. The reason I'm subscribed to their email is because last year I got burned a little bit, minorly. They put out an email to people who had bought the box and were offering, if you ordered it early, and this was in December, through the email, you got $10 off. But I didn't know about that. I did because I never got the email, but I was on the email list. So how'd that happen? So I contacted them, and the person I thought was not a very happy camper. Usually anytime in this, I haven't contacted them very often with customer service. I usually get pretty good service, or I used to. Now it's been quite a while since I contacted them, but I contacted this one, and the person I got, and this was through the chat mode, on the website, I explained the situation, and basically this person said, no, too bad, so sad. No, you can't get it. You'll have to wait and order it when it comes out in the spring or whenever again. And I said, can I get the discount then? No. Okay. That was the end of that conversation. So I think Stephanie had the same problem, except she got a nice one on it and they gave it to her. The thing. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. Saw me coming. But, that made me a little bit perturbed because it wasn't my fault I didn't get the email. I checked to make sure it didn't go to spam. I did all that stuff. So whatever. But it also happens when you try to contact, and I've heard many of you tell me this too. You have a problem with an order, you go in and contact them via email or their contact thing that they page that some have, and you never hear from them. In fact, one of my subscribers had a problem with a subscription box, and they kept charging her, and she said she wanted to cancel it. They would never acknowledge it, the whole bit. And it took finally, after months, not after a few days, not after a few weeks, after months, she had to threaten that she was going to call her credit card company and put a freeze on their transactions. Oops, thumbs up. And threatened litigation. She was going to go to her lawyer. Suddenly, they contacted her and, oh, we're so sorry. They didn't realize that those emails for canceling, because it was online canceling, were not going to the source. They were getting all the way through. I cry BS on that. So, it was too bad that she had to go to that extent in order to get them to acknowledge her. from it. So I've heard other horror stories, and I have experienced some of those horror stories myself as well. So, they let you check in, but you can never check out, like Hotel California. And talking about customer service anyways, some of them suck really bad. Once they've got your money, and if you've got a complaint or something, you get nothing back from them. It becomes really bad. And, that turns me off. I don't deal with companies like that then. And I tell other people about it. I have a trick when complaining to companies about something. I tell them, oh, by the way, I have a YouTube channel and I will be sharing this information with my subscribers. Now, I don't tell them, I make it sound like I've got billions on there and the whole bit. And you'd be surprised how there's no face with that. Leverage.
They don't like bad advertising.
They do not like bad advertising, and they shouldn't. If you do your job, if you give good customer support, you won't. And equally, on the other side of the coin, if I get good customer support, I tell people about it as well. And you've heard me say that on here for certain quilt stores online, things like that. But here's back to Missouri Star Quilt. I think they're getting a little too big for their britches. We all have a concept of Missouri Star Quilt, and that concept revolves around the image of Jenny Doan, the figurehead for Missouri Star Quilt, the founder of Missouri Star Quilt, right? Jenny. Everybody loves Jenny, right? And what's not to love about Jenny? She has a warm personality, family-oriented. Jenny would never screw you over. However, her children might, or possibly the board of directors, because we found out something the other day. And the one thing we found out, which made Walter do more research, is they have aligned or merged with Kaufman Fabrics.
No, they've got more than they have. What
they got the controlling interest?
They have the controlling interest in Kaufman. They don't have necessarily merged with them. They have the controlling interest.
So
they've invested in Kaufman, but apparently, according from what I read, Kaufman was supposedly in financial difficulty, and I don't know how true that is or anything, or if it's Missouri Star that's saying that. And they have taken over or have controlling interest in. They've invested in Kaufman, and they've got controlling interest in Kaufman Fabrics.
But then Walter delved into it a little deeper, because this has created, apparently amongst the businesses in the same business, this has created some controversy. And a few of them have mentioned this on their channels, like So Yeah, and a few other ones like that. But Walter, being Walter and his research skills, dived into it. So
yeah,
tell us what you found out.
In September of 2024, they also acquired a company called Lovecrafts, which is a UK-based yarn place. They also go under the name Creative Fiber Holdings. And this Lovecraft also bought out a company called Webb's that was based out of Massachusetts, and it's a yarn shop. And it was one of the largest brick and mortar e-commerce yarn stores in the U.S. And they also bought out Demores UK, which is a digital pattern and yarn e-commerce store in the UK. So these three items that are all now controlled by Missouri Star. So they've diversified into yarn products, like it's knitting and crocheting.
And of course, they now have a fabric manufacturer in their holdings as well.
And then back in 2020, they also bought out Nancy's Notions. So they own Nancy's Notions by Nancy Zeman, right, by the late Nancy Zeman. And in 2017, they bought out a craft company called Let's Make Art. So these are all acquisitions by the Missouri Star quilt company. So this place is becoming a really big.
It's not a friendly family kind of store. Now, why do I bring that up? Not because this is business. This is business. This is how businesses work. And, that's fine. That's, they're certainly not the first, nor will they be the last that acquires other smaller companies or whatever. I suppose that's just good business practice too. You make more money. And why are people in business? To make money. So yeah, that's fine. But given what I've already said about customer service and things like that, time will tell. How will that affect the clientele, us, the consumer? Will that give us more choice in products, or will that give us less? Will that make prices go higher because there's nobody in competition for certain things with them anymore? Or will there be a savings to be had? Will customer service from them suffer? Only time will tell about all this kind of thing. But I guess what bothers me is I was under the illusion that these people cared about me as a little old consumer and other people. And I don't think I'm the only person that thought that. So I don't know how that will change. Will that stop me from buying from them? Well, to be honest, I don't buy that much from them now as it is, mainly because of shipping in Canada and the exchange rate and all that, which is beyond their control. That has nothing really to do with them. That has to do with the economics of politics and that kind of thing. But I don't know. Will it stop me from wanting to go to Hamilton, Missouri as a destination spot? No. I would like to go there someday and see all of that stuff. But I'm just saying, it's sort of like the charities we were talking about. There's a layer beneath that we don't know anything about, which is not necessarily in our favor as consumers. So I guess the old adage, consumer beware.
Big corporations eat other corporations all the time.
All the time.
Like, especially in Canada, we've got insurance companies that eat each other up all the time. So 1 minute you've got an insurance company, and the next minute it's gone because it's been eaten by another company. So
yeah, so I'm just looking here. Landa's here. Hi, Landa. Russ says, I know this gorgeous shop.
Yeah, about webs. I also read something interesting. It was actually Lovecrafts that purchased webs in 2021. Which and then later in 2024, now Missouri Star has Lovecrafts, right? So
they own webs.
So they own webs, right? And I read somewhere that webs, people have been complaining that webs have gone downhill since Lovecraft acquired it. So that happens too. So,
and Robin says, Jenny and Chuck are in Africa for 2 years of mission. Since they left an earlier year, I've noticed to change things. Okay, the reason the story is, okay, and this is allegedly, the story is that Jenny wanted to retire. Her husband, Ron, is older than she is, and, Jenny's not a spring chicken. She's done her time and everything. The kids are running the business, or other people and everything, but the kids didn't want her to retire. So in order for her to escape, so the story goes, allegedly, they went to their church, which is the Mormon church, and asked to be sent to Africa on a mission so they could escape, to get away from all of this. That's the story. Of course, the kids wouldn't want Jenny to retire because Jenny is the figurehead. She represents Missouri Star Quilt. One of the reasons Missouri Star Quilt is so successful is because of Jenny, the personality of Jenny, which I said earlier. Everybody loves Jenny, right? She just is like just your grandmother, mother kind of thing, warm, huggy, like kind of a thing with it. And the kids may run the company right in the ground, or will run the company.
I mean, if they're acquiring suddenly, if the kids are controlling it and they're suddenly acquiring all these new, or putting money out for buying all these new corporations or whatever, Who knows? Like if Kaufman, right? If Kaufman was actually in financial difficulty, will that pass on to Missouri Star, or
Yeah.
are they going to restructure Kaufman, or what?
Well, Iser says too much incorporation loses insight to customer care and services. Exactly. Because now you're not dealing with a company that at least had the persona of being, caring about each customer individually. We all know what corporations are like. It's the unfeeling corporation kind of a thing. Is that the way Missouri Star Quilt is going
Gotta
to
make
go?
more money.
More money. Yeah. So, the almighty dollar. I mean, it's business. Landis says, I went to MSQC. I'm probably an outsider, but I wasn't impressed.
I've read that
Yeah.
from other comments online that people have gone there, and some people think that it's wonderful, and other people have gone there and say, why bother?
Yeah. Lydia says, sounds like the focus has shifted to growth and not customer service. Exactly. How much money is too much money? Apparently.
I mean, there's a lot
doesn't matter.
of companies that you hear about that start growing too fast, and then they end up getting themselves into trouble.
Well, that's another point of view. These kids could destroy what Jenny spent her life building, which would be sad. That would be very, very sad on that. So, don't trust your children. Karen's here. Let's Make Art is no longer part of MSQC, Karen said.
Oh, okay. From what my research did not say that. It said it was still a part of it, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, this is just the things that we found. Like I said,
Yeah.
This is all allegedly. We don't know. We're speculating, okay, on what we do know with it. So
They may have gotten rid of it and thinking that isn't part of their focus. So
that could be. Who knows? They got a better offer. I don't know. It's business. So that's what we are dealing with. But anyways, we just thought we'd share that information with you because I think there's going to be more chatter about this on YouTube. So yeah, I had sort of a backhanded sort of video on there about Missouri Star Quilt. On the one hand, they were going on how great Missouri Star Quilt was. It got them all, helped all of them out. And then on the other hand, it sounded like, yeah, but we hate their guts because we want to be bigger and better than them and all this. I don't know what way they were going with that conversation. But so yeah, is a problem in itself too. But, I'm not in this business. I'm just a consumer. So I'm looking at it from a point of view of what's going to happen. Like if I'm going to buy things from them, what's going to happen when I buy things? Is it going to be a good experience or a bad experience? Karen says LM Art was purchased by Sarah and Michael Cray, which is watercolor.
okay.
Okay. So yeah. I'm just looking here. Judy says, I used to get emails from Missouri Star, and about 6 months ago, I no longer received them and haven't missed the emails. Yeah. Landis says, Kaufman is sold in box stores here, not the same quality as it was years ago. Well, I've also understand that fabric manufacturers may have two grades of fabric depending on where it's going. They have box store quality, and then they have quilt store quality. So,
I purchased Kaufman fabrics in the quilt store and found it was fairly good quality.
Yeah.
I have also purchased some Kaufman that was what they call WAN, and that's what the kind of stuff that Liberty Fabrics makes, and it is extremely good quality.
But we don't have any box stores in our area that sell fabric. Michael's used to. Michael's is like Joann's kind of thing, but I don't think but they didn't sell, like Joann's has a lot of fabric. Okay.
And
we don't have Joann's up here.
If you look up Kaufman's website in California, they're located in California. They also produce other types of fabric like linen and denim and more apparel types of clothing. It even looked like they have the type of suit material that they produce and everything else. So it's not just quilting cotton.
So I'm looking here. Jen says, I believe the kids started MSQC for a way to help Jenny and retire. Started it? Jenny started
No.
MSQC.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you meant.
No, yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, MSQC is actually Jenny's store. It's
Yeah,
not-
she started it a long
it-
time ago.
Her and
From-
Ron were the ones that had started it.
If you read her book, and I've read her
Yeah.
book, she explains how it all
The
got
kids
started.
have taken it over now.
The kids have taken it over, got more involved with it and everything like that. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's what you meant when you wrote
I
that.
mean, the
Jen.
kids have taken it over now, I guess, to continue on with Missouri.
Well, yeah, they're running
Yeah.
the business. Glenna says she heard from someone who's from Hamilton, the Mormon church backs them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they tithe to the Mormon church. All Mormons do. They have to give a large percentage of their incomes to the church. That's how the church is financed with them. Sue says, don't know about the business aspects, but I do know from personal experience that Jenny gives the best hugs.
I
Yeah,
had heard the
but
kids start. How did the kids start it?
I don't know.
What are you saying, MSQC as in the corporation? Or are you saying, but like...
Why are you back on that? We just talked about this.
No, some people keep saying, bringing this as that the kids started it.
The kids never started the... Are you talking about starting the movement into other corporations and buying those up, if that's what you mean? Because Jenny started the business because the kids didn't really... They were little when she had one long arm in her garage and was doing long arm quilting for local residents. And it grew from there. But if you're talking about the kids starting this up into the acquisition of other places and expanding the business in that way, yeah, they did, probably. Jenny did not start Missouri Star. She's only the face of Missouri Star. Her son and one daughter, Jenny, has started at the start. No, read her book. Read her book. She states very clearly how it got started. Marilyn says, I read that book that Jenny wrote. She started according to that book. Exactly, Marilyn. Yeah, read the book. No, Glenna, the kids did not start it.
The kids were little.
The kids were little when she got the business going. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, people, you're wrong. Read the book. Read the book. Jenny's book. Jenny wrote the book. She tells it how it all got started. Yeah, with it. But anyways, bottom line is, who cares? They're a business and they're in the States. Is it going to change the price of rice in China? No. Will it change the price of fabric? Well, maybe for some of you. Not for me. I don't buy from them because it's already too expensive to get it here, as I said earlier. But anyways, we have to leave.
Yeah.
So, because we got to go. So anyways, thanks for joining us today. And I hope to see many of you on the social review on Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. YouTube Live channel. You will find the link there, and you'll find it in the show notes for anything I put up this week, including this. And yeah, so we're getting close to Christmas. Yay. And we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.